Take a moment and listen closely. You don't have to look at anything right now. You don't need a screen, an image, or a distraction. All you need is this voice and the beating of your own heart. Because inside you, there is something far greater than fear, doubt, or exhaustion. There is a force that has carried you through every day of your life, even when you felt like giving up. There is a strength you often forget you have, but it has never left you. You've been through moments you thought you wouldn't survive, nights that felt endless, days when your mind whispered that it was easier to stop trying. And yet, here you are. You are living proof that resilience is real, that progress is possible, that growth happens quietly, even in pain. Maybe people didn't believe in you. Maybe they tried to define you by your mistakes, your past, or your circumstances. But their limitations are not your destiny. What you carry inside is not defined by what they see. Your dreams don't need their approval. Your path doesn't need their permission. Every time you take a step forward, even a small one, you rewrite your story. Every time you try again after failing, you choose courage over comfort. And every time you rise after falling, you silently defeat the voice that says you can't. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. Progress is progress, even if nobody applauds it. Growth is growth, even if nobody notices it. Sometimes the most powerful battles happen in silence. In your mind, in your heart, when nobody is watching. So breathe. Remind yourself why you started. Remember the dream that lives inside you, the one that refuses to die no matter how tired you are. It's still there for a reason. You were not born to stay the same. You were not made to stay down. You are here to create, to change, to evolve. There will be days when nothing feels different, when you doubt your direction, when you wonder if any of this matters. But hear this: every effort counts. Every step adds up. Every moment of discipline builds the future you deserve. And even if you can't see the results yet, something is changing, something is moving, something is shifting inside you. Don't rush the process. Don't compare your journey. Don't let temporary pain blind you to long-term purpose. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you need to be to take the next step. Keep going when it's hard. Keep going when it's quiet. Keep going when nobody understands. One day, everything you're working for will meet everything you've become, and it will all make sense. Not because it was easy, but because you refused to stop, and that is power. You don't need to see anything right now. You don't need lights, images, or a perfect moment. All you need is this voice and the quiet strength that's been waiting inside you. Maybe you've been tired. Maybe the world has felt heavy. Maybe you've been carrying thoughts you never say out loud. but you are still here, and that means something powerful. There is more to you than the weight you carry. Every struggle you've faced has shaped a stronger version of you, even when you didn't notice it happening. You've survived conversations that broke your heart. You've walked through days that drained your spirit. You've stood up after disappointments that could have kept you down. That is not weakness. That is silent courage. People don't always see the battles fought in your mind. They don't hear the doubts, the fears, the quiet pain you rise above every day. But just because they don't see it doesn't mean it's not real. It doesn't mean it doesn't matter. And it definitely doesn't mean you're not strong. Listen closely. Growth is not always loud. Strength is not always loud. Change is not always loud. Sometimes it's a single decision, a single breath, a single thought. I'm not giving up today. You don't need to have all the answers to keep moving. You don't need perfect conditions to make progress. Your future is built step by step, not in one moment of clarity, but in small choices made when no one is watching. So don't rush. Don't underestimate the quiet progress happening within you. What feels slow is still movement. What feels invisible is still growth. And what feels heavy today won't feel the same forever. There are dreams inside you that are still alive for a reason. There are paths you haven't walked yet. There are people you haven't met yet who will understand you better than those who doubted you. There are victories waiting in moments you haven't reached. And maybe right now, you don't feel strong. That's okay. Strength isn't always a roar. Sometimes it's just refusing to break. Sometimes it's simply staying in the fight one more day. Take a breath. Remind yourself that you've already overcome so much. You've rebuilt yourself before, and you can do it again. You've started with less and created more. You've faced storms and still found a way forward. You don't need permission to rise. You don't need approval to grow. This journey is yours, and no one else can walk it for you. Keep going, not because it's easy, but because you were made to outgrow the moments that try to hold you back. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize every step, every doubt, every silent fight was building a version of you that was never meant to quit. And that version is already awakening.